Alright, next we have this 1894 58. The obverse is clearly circulated. The reverse, though, shows very little, if anywhere. I mean, really nice coin on the whole. See, there's maybe a little bit of rub on the eagle's chest, but the strike is a little bit weak as well. Nice coin. It's tough coin in high AU to low MS. Here's a key date, Morgan. You can see this has got a really nice clean cheek, which is what attracted me to it. I did not make this roll. I bought this as a 5 and had it cacked. It just appealed to me. I usually don't like white coins, but this is a really nice coin. PQ. I would not be surprised if it ends up in a plus holder at some point, after I sell it. 66s are even way more expensive. That's where the jump is, from 5 to 6 on those. Here's a bit of a rainbow toned dime. I think 180 is a pretty good price for this. It's tough to get the color. I have good pictures of this one that I will share. But it's got some pastels there. It's nice, somewhat subdued luster. And the reverse is not the prettiest, but you're not buying it for the reverse, you're buying it for the obverse. Now, here's one I'm kind of maybe potentially keeping. I don't know. I was planning to send this to CAC and keep it, but then I bought a 66 proof like 1880. So this one doesn't really have a place anymore. It's an old fatty holder. It's a nice coin. You can kind of see it reflected in the camera there, in terms of the cameo contrast it comes with. So you can see that there. It's a nice coin. Maybe a little on the weaker end for a 5, but I wouldn't expect it to sticker, but I wouldn't call it a 64. It's too nice for a 64. But on the whole, it's a nice coin, attractive old holder, no major problems, no scrapes on the hologram. It's tough to find them in that condition these days, only getting rarer. This is a nice looking 85S 62, which is a better date. You can see the surfaces are flashy, it's semi-proof like. The reverse less so, obviously, than the obverse. But it's a nice coin, a strong 62. I will send this to CAC if it doesn't sell here, and I would expect that it will sticker. So it's a very nice 62, in my opinion. I wouldn't really get it in a 63 holder, to be honest. Here's another better date, $93 in XF45. It's all there for 45. Slightly weak strike, as you can see. The hair above the ear is a little flat, as well as the chest. Whoops. The spots, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. On the whole, the originality of this coin is incredible. It kind of looks like an AU. I'm guessing they made it a 45 for the spots, so I agree with the grade. And again, I would just say, it's a big strike. It's not all there. 24S piece dollar and 61. You could see why it's 61 right here. There's some kind of, it was like tape right here or something on both sides. So you can see that. That has kind of subdued the luster a little bit. I don't know if this was treated before it was sent in or not. It's clearly in an older NGC holder without the prongs. So this could be a dip and upgrade candidate. I don't know. Piece dollars aren't really my thing. I don't really care about this coin too much. I just want to make my numbers and get it sold. Here's a cool one, 42/1. I will post pictures of this. It's a very nice coin. You can see nice deep surfaces. Very original, not cleaned. A lot of these little ANX holders and circulated grades look cleaned. Yeah, this one, no. This is a nice original coin. Speaking of coins that look cleaned, and those old ANX holders, here's one that has the look of a cleaned coin. I don't think it was ever really harshly cleaned though. Maybe lightly cleaned at some point. It's a 45. I would not agree with that grade. I would call this 40 details personally, but it is a double die obverse. The doubling's on the date. The next two coins after this are the same double die. And you'll see why people don't buy ANX like PCGS holders in a moment, because also at 45 is this bad boy, which has luster. It's almost like a matte luster, like flashy, but it's not like, like brilliant luster, like, typical cartwheel style luster. But it's a nice coin, great details. It's not a 45, it's at least a 55 in my opinion. I'm guessing they called it a 45 for the slight wear on the eagle there, which I don't know, seems ridiculous to me. It's a nice coin on the whole. That's why I want more for it than I want for that one. And then here's a 58. 58, you can see a similar luster to the 45, but a little stronger, a little better. Again, it's the same DDO as the other two. Nice coin. These get real expensive, and mistake rates well north of 100, I think, and even like 65, 66 is good for crazy money. So yeah, it's a cool little variety. These holders all date to the late 90s, early 2000s at the earliest. So they've been those holders for at least 15 years on average. Here's a monster of a coin. This is a 1799 over $8. 18th century US dollar. It's tough coin. And NGC AU details cleaned, sold for 2,600 and change. So this one I like 25 on. I consider coming down. You could see it's definitely been cleaned, and you can see the tooling right there where things kind of change a little bit. It's definitely had some work done on it. Next to the date right there. You can see how the luster goes from like this way to this way. That's because somebody tooled that area right there. And yeah, I mean, the whole thing's been pretty badly abused. But, it's 18th century silver in AU condition. It's gonna be, expensive no matter what, pretty much. Next up is this coin, which is a great looking coin. 63 deep mirror, 88 O. 88 O is a little bit of a better date, especially in dimple. I have this priced at 300, which I feel is very competitive. I got a great deal on it when I bought it, and I'm just trying to pass that along. Could it go to a 4 today? I had somebody ask me based on my pictures, and I would say no, but a 3 plus would not surprise me at all. There's a couple of gouges on the cheek, like right there. It's tough to see in the thing. Yeah, there we go, right there. So that's probably why I don't think it would go 64. But it is a very nice PQ 63 and an old ANX holder, which should be almost as respected as PCGS et al. Here's a 91, which is a better date Morgan, and 63. You can see the luster is subdued, so it has a very nice clean cheek free of any major hits or other major distractions. This one is definitely a 63. No better than that. It's a little dark. Trying to get better light on this thing. Right, there we go, yeah. So it's a nice coin. It's in an ANA holder, which is the original ANX holders after PCGS started grading coins. The ANA's authentication service decided to go to holders too, and this is what they ended up with. So this dates to, I think, no later than 89, these holders do. So that's cool. And then we have another better date piece dollar in 63. This is a DDR. The DDR does not add a ton of value. I believe the coin is accurately graded next to that cut right there under trust. And it's a nice coin. The DDR is just on these branches and leaves right there. Everything's doubled. It's a cool little variety. Doesn't add a lot of value. Again, this is a key date, or better date, I should say, mint date. Like a lot of those later date piece dollars are better dates and high grades. But yeah, that does it for this group of slabs, and then I will do the toners next.